live over here. We're live here and we're live here. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 23 of Mind of a Founder.
Morning, people.
What? It's not even morning, it's afternoon.
It's like 3 on a Sunday.
Yeah, but what do you mean morning?
We've been working all day.
Yeah, but it's so yeah. I'm I'm more of a morning person, and the girlfriend's not. So, but yeah, and she's like morning people. Anyway, but today's Mind of the Founder is brought to you by PBR.
Every week's brought by PBR.
No, sometimes it's Coors Light. Sometimes it's
whatever's on sale.
Whatever's on sale. Miller High Life. It's whatever's on sale. But anyway, hi LaDonna. Thanks for tuning in to Mind of the Founder, where you guys ask me and now us questions, because the girlfriend's the partner now and one of the partners, and yeah, I answer questions and we answer questions, your questions, personal questions, questions about business, and yeah, and we like to catch you guys up on some updates, which we've got some stuff we want to update you guys on, and yeah.
And we missed last week. So
we missed last week. Sorry. I don't even know why the hell we missed.
We were at the wedding.
Oh, yeah. We had
about the wedding.
So, my buddy Dick Davis got married in Palm Springs, and Bud Light's gross. And yeah, I drink a little.
Drink a little too much.
A little according to too much. But keep in mind, she doesn't drink at all.
Let's keep in mind that people don't normally get drunk until, like, dinner's been eaten and all that stuff. This guy was drunk right after the vows were read.
Well, anyway, so, yeah. But anyway, so we had the wedding last Saturday. Mm-hmm. And then Sunday we had to meet. We had makeup brunch. We had makeup brunch.
And then we hung out with Gregory.
Yeah, but I can't say that's why we missed it.
And then Tyler came over.
Oh yeah, Tyler came over. We spent the night together, talked some business, and
spent the night together. Such a weird way of saying.
We spent the night together. Like,
we hung out.
Yeah, we hung out. What?
You're so in love with Tyler.
What? I like the guy. He's a good guy. Anyway, so yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and remember, you can always submit questions at ask@fbnw.us, or just write them in. You can comment with them. You can just DM us. You can whatever. We just like to answer questions. All right. So what's
first question?
Yep.
Okay, so this question came from someone who is watching the Y video that we posted on Facebook.
Well, hold on. Tell them what the Y video is. They don't know what the Y video is.
So the Y video should know, because you should be following our Facebook.
Yeah, if you don't follow our Facebook,
and that's probably because of your fault.
Especially if you're watching this one right here, because I just went through, and I've got so many of my friends that don't follow FBN for Better Not Worse. Exactly. And I'm like, how shitty are my friends? And then I was like,
them.
Well, I know, but still, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of my friends' companies I don't follow too. You just don't. I don't realize it. I don't think about it. So
you see the notification, you're like, hide. I don't want to. I don't like this.
No, it's not that. I just get a lot of fucking notifications, and I don't look at most of them because they just come in like bunches.
It's probably because something important is probably going on, and you should pay attention.
I get tagged in shit, and then it's like once you're tagged in something, it's like every time somebody comments on it, it's like.
There's probably a reason why you're tagged in it, because it's important.
Sometimes it's not. It's
only just stuff from John. It's not.
No, Joe puts out crazy shit all the time. So anyway, we got a lot of crazy friends. Anyway, so the Y video is the it's a video that we have playing on our Facebook right now that we posted this week, and it basically describes my why. And the why of why I started FBNW, and the end goal, not the end goal, but a big part of the goal with what I want to do with the company. So not just feed children in the U.S., but be an inspiration to other entrepreneurs. So it's a pretty good video. It's only 3 minutes. So watch it.
3 minutes, 51 seconds.
3 minutes, 51 seconds. Watch it. If you like it, like it. And if you like it, please share it. Just share it. Just click share. Just click
the button.
Just click the button share. You don't have to write anything with it. Just click share. If you want to write something with it, you can. You can ask a question. Anyway, so back to the question. Sorry.
So this person said they were watching the video, and there's a part that you talked about, your background, which is a big part of the video. The second half, and they said, I never knew you were in the Marines. What was it like?
I never knew I was in the Marines. Yeah, because I mentioned that in the video.
Yeah.
And what was it like?
Yeah.
It was the Marines. It was, a lot of people have a misconception of, like, when you're in the military, they think that you are it's just all like war or training. But it's, unless you're on a training exercise, or unless you're like in war, or unless thank you, LaDonna. Yes, she is good for me. Unless you're doing some, like back when you're at garrison, which means you're not deployed, like you have basically a 9 to 5 job. It's a 7 to 4 job, 7:30 to 4 job, and you have the weekends off. Yeah, you do you have duty every now and then, but it's pretty much a normal job. So I joined the military to really, it was my escape out of my hometown, because I didn't have, money for college. I didn't want to go to college. So it was my escape. But overall, I really enjoyed it. But I got out because, like, I didn't want to be, I used to always say, I didn't want to be 36 and have a kid and miss its first steps. And when you're in the military, like, you don't have an option. Like, okay, you're getting deployed, you're gone. So, and I didn't want to be 36 and have a kid and miss its first steps because I was on a float, or I was on, an exercise, or now at war. And now it's funny that I'm 37 and
no kids.
I don't have a kid.
So you could have stayed in the military.
But yeah, I would be retiring from the military next year.
Yeah.
I would be eligible to retire next year. My 20 years would be next year.
But how many of your like guys stayed in?
Very few.
Like everyone just kind of left after
most people left.
So no one's retiring.
No, there's some people. Chrisman stayed in, and I'm sure there's well more. He's the one that's off the top of my head right now. But most of my really close friends got out after 4 years, like I did, or after 8.
Because right when you went in, it was what? Was it 9/11?
Yeah, I was in during 9/11. Yeah. So I got out in 2002, but we didn't go to war until 2003. So, but I knew my plan was to do 4 or 20. Like, that was the rule for me.
4 or 20 years?
4 or 20. Nothing in between. It just made no sense for me. If I'm going to do 8, just go ahead and do 20. I get the same benefits, for doing 4 as I do 8.
Oh, okay.
Or as I do 12, or as I do 16. Once you hit 20, now you get a shitload of benefits.
I see.
So I was like, just 4 or 20. And I got out, and the rest is history. So yeah, the video. So I guess overall, where were we going with it?
The question was, what was it like in the Marines?
I don't know. This is a general question. It was.
Lena did this like backstory and like
I don't fucking
in
like
1992
it was
had this burrito.
I had a
So
great time, but while I was in, I'm sure I was bitching about it a lot. You know what I mean?
yeah, but because in the video you're like, oh, it taught me all
It teaches you discipline.
So they probably thought it was like intense.
I learned perspective there. I really, really did. I'd met so many people. Like growing up in Alabama and Tennessee, I had only seen like this type of person. Like going into the Marines, where people from everywhere go. You know, like so, like from every, like so many different even countries, but you know, because a lot of people from other countries are in the United States Marine Corps, but especially other states and everything, and so you get to meet so many different cultures, and I learned that, oh shit, like a lot of people have it worse off, and some people have it better, and you know, I remember going overseas in certain times, and yeah, I don't want to like give any whatever stories. It's just like I learned perspective. You see people, you know, when you're on deployment that, you know, when I was in Africa, like to see the lifestyle of the people over there, or in Croatia, or like a lot of places, it gave me perspective to really, really appreciate like everything. That's why it's like I've always had this, you know, this is a part of a lot of the reason I have the positive attitude I have is because I know shit can be worse. You know what I mean? I fucking love life, you know, and I also have lost a lot of friends. Speaking of, one from the Marine Corps this past week, Michael Simmons, passed away, and yeah, and it's sad. So I guess it gave me discipline, it gave me perspective, it gave me a lot of stuff. But there were times where it was like, oh shit, I can't do this because of, you know, I can't do that, you know. Where I didn't get the college life that I'm sure was, I'm sure was amazing, you know. The living the college, like I didn't get that, but I got something completely different.
You lived the college life when you came back and moved to Florida.
True. I did live a college life. But.
Yeah, like you lived a better than college life because you actually had money to spend.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good time, and I met great people, and still to this day, some of my best friends. And a lot of people will ask about this one random tattoo I have here.
Tattoo.
Squiggly tattoo, she says. And what that is DS3, and that's from the Marines. Tell
them the story.
Well, it's basically a group of us, and we call ourselves DS3, and it's for the dirty southern third coast, because we were all born or raised in the South, the Gulf Coast area, and we were And what you want me to say? Because I was the only white person in the group.
Yeah. So your name was.
So my nickname was Space Ghost because I was the only white thing and a lot of black. So that's the story of that tattoo.
That needs to be touched up.
She wants it to be touched up, covered, and I'm so proud of it.
It's in
it's the most random.
It's like a tramp stamp position. Like it's so awkward and like.
All my other tattoos, well, where are they?
Like they're more like in the like good places.
Good places.
But this is kind of like a
wrist,
it's such a basic position to get a tattoo.
And then I just have this basic bitch
it's
tattoo.
It's just so basic.
It's like the rose on the tip.
Or like a tattoo on your foot.
The tribal, yeah. It's the daisy on your foot.
Yeah.
So anyway, so to answer your question, the Marines, what was it like? It was like a job meets college meets real life fucking shit.
I think it made you who you were.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing. Because if you were in your bubble still, like I don't know what your mentality would be about.
Yeah,
life.
I joined the military so I could travel, get money for college, and leave basically home. I didn't really use the money for college. I used some of it, but
they have some of it eventually.
They have so many rules and regulations on it. But my time was up and I couldn't use it anymore. I did get to travel. I went to over a dozen countries and
hung out at dive bars the whole time.
hung out at dive bars in a lot of
cities. Landmarks or monuments.
Yeah, it's like you go over to like France and they're like, oh, would you like to take this tour to Paris? It's like, no, I want to stay in this shitty ass town and hang out with the locals. And that's what I did everywhere we went. I didn't go to Barcelona. I chose to stay in this part of Spain. I didn't go to Rome. I chose to stay in this part of Italy. I didn't go to, Paris. But I enjoyed that because I know I can always go back to the other places. You don't get that opportunity. Well, you do, but who's going to go to some whatever town? Yeah, it was a good time. So yeah. All right. Next question. What?
All right. Where are you going?
Hi, Nathan. How you doing, Nathan? I'm going to get another beer. Go ahead and ask the question.
What's in the mystery bundles? What's in our mystery bundles?
Well, you're the one that had the idea to put them together with you and Jay.
So the mystery bundles, if you guys don't know, they're 2 for $30 tank tops, 2 for $35 tees.
It's a special that we're doing on our website.
No, 2 for $35 mix and match and 2 for $40 long sleeves.
Yeah.
And what type of product are they?
It's basically our product, but it's our past seasons. That's our laundry thing. Turn that off. But it's our past season collections. All amazing stuff. Really great product. Really great everything. It's just stuff that we don't sell anymore in the store. So we're doing it at very discounted. Like you said, 2 tanks or tees for $30. Oh no, 2 tanks for $30, 2 tees for $35, or 2 long sleeve for $40, or you can mix and match. So that's what's in the mystery bundle. Okay, enough of that.
Get it. They're good. They're a good deal.
All right, next question. We have any other questions we want to take today, or because?
No, we're gonna.
All right, what are we talking about?
Talk about stuff.
Okay.
I want us to talk about Eastside Co.
Eastside Co. Okay, what do you want to talk about?
So Eastside Co. For those of you guys don't know, we had won a contest about a year and a half, about a year and a half ago. It
was April 1st, 2016.
Okay, so we had won this contest.
We had won.
And what they basically did was build us a brand new website, optimized it for SEO, and it was cool because our website was really crappy. It was looked like GeoCities back in the day.
No, it didn't look like that. Here, let me tell the story. Basically, I entered a contest because our website's built on Shopify, and they said they were giving out a free website, which is about a $15,000 total, because they were going to come in and revamp it. Boom, boom, boom. And I entered it. All you had to do to enter it was like something on Facebook and follow them on Twitter.
There wasn't a essay portion?
Nope, nothing.
Oh.
Completely random.
Okay.
And they sent the email that I received out to 120,000 people. Oh, out of that, just over 3,000 people submitted, and they chose one person or one company, and it was FBNW. So they built our website. So that's how that happened. So okay. What are we talking about?
So they built the website, and it was fine. And then I hopped on board, and I was like, no, it's not fine. We need to fix certain things. And so I've been communicating with these guys.
And let's say this. I don't know shit about websites, and that's why I was just like, whatever.
It was good. It was good for at the time, but now that we're doing so many more different things and adding on things, I was like, we need to change up some of the content and layout. And so I was working with the Eastside Co. and they're based in Birmingham,
England.
England. So we were chatting, and they were so nice because basically they completed the project. They had no obligation to make all these additional changes for us. But I was just like, hey, please do this. It's not a big thing. And they were just really nice. And we're going back and forth. And I guess the owner looked at the account again, just kind of these guys are back. And I guess they saw our difference maker series that we're doing now, and all the food drop photos. And at the time, we didn't have that much content on the site for them to really grasp the scope of what we're doing and our vision. And the founder, Jason, I think his name, Jason, was the marketing girl came at us. We had a Skype call last week, and basically she was saying Jason was so inspired by you guys that he decided he wants to make Eastside Co. a social enterprise. And he's finding a way to like give back to like troubled youth in their hometown, Birmingham, UK. And they were like, how can we work with you guys on the state side, because they have an office in New York? And basically they're like, let's brainstorm, let's figure out some of these options. And it was really good and timely, because in the why video at the end, you're just like, you know, you created this because you wanted to inspire other businesses and entrepreneurs to find creative ways to give back. And it's not just like about us giving back and doing whatever. It's like inspiring others, and so that everyone can do a little bit to give back and make everything a little better. And I was just like, kudos to you, because you inspired Eastside Co. to switch up their business model and incorporate a little bit of a give back.
That's pretty exciting. Yeah. I've never heard it like said like what you just said there, because we obviously discussed this the other day, the fact that they did, but I didn't know that's what we were talking about. But no, that is pretty cool. But I do want to say this, that I didn't really start this for that reason. It was like once I started this, it was like I think it's interesting. Like, so really social entrepreneurship, I've been like really obsessed with since the meeting, you know, back in March of 14. And so I've been amazed with thinking about starting businesses that give back. But it was once I started this and we were doing food for shirts, I was like, I want to really make this where it's like, I want to put out there so other people can't, you know, inspire. So I made it a point to like look at it and say, hey, if I can do this, like there's no reason every other company can't, because I'm doing food for shirts. So just be creative. I just didn't want it to be like, oh, I started it for that. No, it was what I learned once I was doing it that really opened my eyes and was like, man, I want to make another part of my goal is showing other people that they can do this. And so, yes, I'm really happy that, and the reason I want to do that is because if I do inspire other people to do that, they'll inspire other people. And the whole goal is to get like where every company if every company out there gave something, some kind of give back on a purchase basis, holy fuck, would the world be a better place.
I think it's like,
and it's like everybody can do it. You can figure out a way. It's hard once you start. If you don't have it built in and this and that. But yeah. Yo, who is that?
Is that
Pizza Boy.
Personal account?
No, that's FBNW.
Oh. But no, I was gonna add on and say, you know, it seems like a trend. That's what companies are doing these days. Everyone's finding a way. But listen.
Okay, sorry.
I'm saying that it's great and everything, but there's becoming more and more of a need for it with the direction that we're heading as like a human race. Like there's just more and more devastation. There's more and more like horrible things happening. So we shouldn't just wait for like when bad things happen. Let's all band together and donate and help in this. Let's just always take care of each other.
Yeah, well, I think it all starts with just being fucking kind and like just being a nice person, period. If you can do that, then don't worry about like giving on the other side. I hope you do or whatever. I'm more focused about business. Like I think as businesses, because I think as a consumer, right? It's not like some people can't afford to do this, but if I have to buy this, I have to buy washing powders, I have to buy like soap or, you know, bread. If every company that I bought from had some kind of give back to it, think of how great the world would be. And yes, we're now companies that are starting are doing it more and more, because I think if you start a company now and you don't have a give back model, you're dumb business wise.
And greedy.
And greedy. It's not greedy because it's not greedy that everybody didn't do it before. It's like because at the end of the day, it's not greedy because the chances of their business actually doing something good is like or actually making it sucks. That's just business. Businesses go out of business, so it's like, well, do I stay in business and give back, or go out of business and give back for the first 2 years and then go out of business, or do I stay in business?
Well,
it's not. I just don't like the word greedy. I don't want to call people
it's not greedy, but you're like, oh, do I stay in business or do I give back? But like so many people, they give back a portion of their profits. So if you're not making a profit, whatever
well, yeah, that's what pisses me off is when there are companies out there, and many of them, that use it for marketing, giving back. Oh, we give back 10%, but you're giving back 10% of what? Is it your revenue or is it your profits? Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, FBNW could have, if we had given away 100% of our profits in the last, since we had been a start, it would have been way cheaper for us than what we do now. We buy a bag of groceries for every item we sell. So there's no fucking percentages. It's not off of profit. Like, that's the way we do it. And that's what I want to bring transparency on. And so an education on, it's like, okay, it's great that companies give back. How are they giving back? Right. And and if they can only give back that, it's like, well, use that. Like, say in there, I'm giving back 10% of my profits, not 10% of my sales. Mm-hmm. Two different things. And it sucks for companies like, ours that are really doing it, but, everybody groups this together. I don't want to get this like we're bitching about it. But anyway, but what were we at with this? Oh, we were talking about Eastside Co.
Oh, we got that covered though.
Yeah, so I'm thankful that Jason has decided that he wants their company to figure out a way to do that, and I'm thrilled that he's come to us to ask us, what we can suggest. So
and we're doing something with them together.
Yeah, we're going to work on some kind of collaboration, affiliation, something for next year, 2018. Yeah. So excited about that. All right, next.
Hey, quick recap about Lily, the workshop with Lily.
Lily, workshop. Those of you who don't know, we did a workshop with, you tell, because it was great. It was your idea.
So I had this idea, like, so we give bags of groceries to children in need.
Well, you're doing this when we go to the restroom. So.
Okay. We give bags of groceries. And another, focus of ours is that when we pack these bags of groceries, it's not just whatever groceries. They're healthier, they're kid-friendly, because we do believe that health and childhood illnesses are like a rising epidemic in addition to childhood hunger in the U.S. So we're trying to encourage these kids to eat healthier. And I wanted to start a workshop series where I approach influencers or people in the food industry, and sometimes some of our sponsors who are willing to send out someone to teach kids how to eat better, how to, make better choices when snacking, et cetera, et cetera. And we found Lily Kincaid, and she's like 16 and amazing. She's like a singer, actor, model, moved to LA to chase her dream, and she actually taught Boys and Girls Club in Kansas City. She taught them dance. And so when she also is like really into like healthy eating. So when we came to her asking if she'd be interested in doing a workshop with the kids, she was like, of course, like I love Boys and Girls Club. I love your mission. And so we put on this thing. We had Justin's peanut butter or nut butters, Chobani yogurt, and Kind Bar snacks sponsored the event with goodies. And we did a workshop where Lily taught the kids how to like cut up apples and like layer it with peanut butter and yogurt and toppings. And so it's a way healthier snack than just grabbing like a bag of Cheetos or like chips and dip. And the kids loved it. They were just kind of like sitting there like too cool for school at first when she was trying to teach them about like, these are bad sugars and these are good sugars. And then they're just like, well, where can we get the snacks? And then like she actually put them in their place. Like she's so good. She like got their attention, got them to sit down, got them to participate. And by like a few minutes in, they were just like loving it. And they're just like, oh, can I have more toppings? Like, look at how pretty mine is. And they were like decorating their plates and great. Like take my photo. And it was awesome. So we definitely want to do more of these, maybe not once a month, but whenever we can find people.
We don't have the time to do once a month. Yeah. Maybe once a quarter.
Yeah. But we want to expand them into like not just food, maybe they're like fitness.
Fitness. We want to do a fitness one. So if there's any fitness people out there, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's anything out there, you would need to be locally based out of Los Angeles, or be able to commute. Because we're going to do it at a Boys and Girls Club here. But no, it was a really great event. Lily was great. Her parents are great. You said her parents, they were amazing. It was overall a great event. High five to you because you put that down and crushed it. So
yeah. All right, great. Final thing. Micros and tonals.
Oh yeah. So we've got these new graphics we're coming out with that we're really excited with. Micro graphics. And the first one is, you want me to pull it out real quick and show?
No.
Why?
I don't know. Where is it going to take?
It's right there.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were going to go dig in the bins and like.
Go ahead. So
yeah, they're like teeny tiny, and we're just trying something different. I like them. Patrick likes them. Hopefully you guys like them.
We're working on these new tonal ones too.
Yeah, and tonal, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't know what it was.
How did you not know what tonal?
I didn't know what the term tonal was. I was the one who came up with the idea. I was like, oh, can we print like the same color ink on the same color tee? And then Tyler and Patrick were like, tonals? I'm like, whatever that is, yeah. So we're going to do like more discrete graphics. That's so small. You have to move it up.
I know. I want to show them the shirt, right?
It's like right here. That's the graphic.
It's itty bitty. So this one, I'll bring it to all the cameras. How do I turn it?
It needs to get closer.
Anyway, it says...
It says, not today, Satan.
Not... Why is my camera on my fucking computer always so blurry?
You have a potato camera.
Potato-ass computer.
Get a Mac.
I'm not getting a Mac. They're too expensive. Anyway, this is a Mac. This is a... PC.
And that's an Android.
And that's an Android. That phone, that camera's fine.
Yeah, the phone camera's always good.
The phone camera's good. Yeah. So anyway, no, we're excited about those, and we'll be releasing some online soon, and they'll be in stores by December.
It's basically for people who like all our stuff, but maybe the graphics are a little too big. So these are like teeny tiny graphics, or like black on black graphics. So it's there, but it's not really there. It's more like stuff I like. Yeah.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. You were part of this too. Your friend Greg.
Oh, hey, Greg.
So yeah, that's about it, right? That's all. That's what we have.
That's all.
So we have. You have anything else?
It's just my nephew.
What do we have going on this week?
This week, you have a meeting tomorrow. Mom's staying over tomorrow on
they don't
Monday
care about
night.
That. I'm saying anything we have on the big picture. Well, there are, but we can't talk about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
we get a lot of stuff going.
Stuff that needs to be done that's preventing me from doing any of the fun stuff right now. So.
All right, well, we got to get back to work. I want to say thank you for everybody that joined in. And
share our video.
Share the flipping video. Damn.
Like the page.
Go like
and
the
then
page and
share the video.
Share the video.
Because the more you guys share it, then the more like Facebook will show it.
Yeah, because they'll be like, oh, people like this.
And then it'll help us out a lot. And it's like buying a shirt but not buying a shirt. Yeah. So just share it.
It's not as good as buying a shirt, but it's second best. It's second best. It's second best. Or coming to one of our food drops. You can always do that. So, all right. Yeah. Love you guys. Mean it. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, where's my mouse?
I don't know where your mouse